Hi there, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, and it all kind of came to a boiling point with this clip that went viral of Nadeshot recently.
I honestly, as shitty as it might sound, I've always sort of hoped that there would be a string of years where Call of Duty just flops, just fails.
And this is a very different Nadeshot from the Nadeshot a few months ago that apologized after he blew up, airing some grievances about the game.
3090, I-9 maxed out, specced out, $5 on this fucking thing for this dumbass fucking game to crash. You just made $1 billion! And you've done it every year!
And then very quickly and carefully took back literally everything he said on Twitter.
On some real shit, I lost my cool here. Warzone 2 is a lot of fun, and I really do love the game, and this makes me sound ungrateful. If you watch the clip independently, you'll have missed the hours and hours where I praise the game. It's not perfect. There's a lot of bugs, but it's a great addition to the franchise. The map is the best of all iterations of Warzone 1.
Needless to say, this creates two completely different versions of Nadeshot. One that says Call of Duty is hot, poopy caca dog shit, and then the other that says, no, it's the best we've had in years. And so the fact that he's viral again, talking about how shitty Call of Duty is, even though he basically took all that back a few months ago, it brought me to this boiling point where I feel like I just have to shine a light on the absolute hypocrisy of Call of Duty content creators these days. So in order to talk about Call of Duty YouTubers and how much they've changed, I think it demands I talk about the actual game itself. It's a shooter that defined the genre. It's become a staple in FPS. It's a household name. Yada yada, you heard of Call of Duty is what I'm saying in a bunch of different words. Before Call of Duty came along, there were things that just like weren't in games, and after Call of Duty, it's now understood that every single shooter needs to have them. For instance, aiming down your sight. That wasn't a thing in most games before like 2000. And the Call of Duty devs were the first ones with the bright idea that maybe want to see what you're looking at. Before Call of Duty, you had games like Ghost Recon, Medal of Honor, Doom, Quake. It was either more tactical or arcadey, and there wasn't this like mix that Call of Duty inevitably brought into it. And take your pick, customization, kill streaks, all these things that everybody's like, yeah, those are in most games these days. Call of Duty really started, so the FPS genre really wouldn't be the same as it is today without Call of Duty's input. Doing that, it made it more simple, casual, palatable for like other people to like just kind of click on, play the games, get yelled at by 12-year-olds, and then, you know, hit the hay. So that's Call of Duty, and Call of Duty was one of the first games to be like an actual genre on YouTube. In terms of gaming content, it was one of the premier forms of content. If you can think of one of like the OG YouTubers, like they all were Call of Duty content creators. It's actually kind of crazy. Like the biggest names in YouTube were like originally commentary YouTubers for like Call of Duty. What they would do is they would just talk over their gameplay of like a team deathmatch or a search and destroy match.
Hello everyone, my name is CNanners, and today we're playing some team deathmatch on High Rise.
It was like very low editing, but it was one of the biggest forms of content in like early YouTube. Also, side note, I find it neat that people like Jay Schlatt and others are bringing back commentary videos over Call of Duty with like the weekly slap. That's just, this was cool. I digress, and that's not the point. Early YouTube had tons of creators like KYR Speedy, for instance, with his highlight videos that, frankly, I draw a lot of inspiration from. So without COD content creators, I think a lot of gaming content wouldn't be the way it is today. But yeah, Call of Duty was huge on the YouTubes. And then honestly, it died for a while. Call of Duty was dead.
There was a lifeless corpse because there was one flop after another.
But then Call of Duty Modern Warfare had a reboot, and they slapped on a little thing called Warzone. And brother, that changed the fucking game. Call of Duty was back, baby. Warzone had breathed life into the lifeless corpse that was the Call of Duty franchise. Nobody was touching COD because it was so like mediocre. But then Modern Warfare legit brought that back to life. And now it's like mainstream again. And there are content creators out the wazoo. And that brings us to modern day Call of Duty content. which is hot dog shit.
All right, that's gonna do it for Vanguard Warzone, boys. Can't do it.
Every fucking year, you're
This game fucking serious, bro. You see this?
dollars from this game.
This is the worst game I ever fucking made.
COD creators have gone from being one of the premier content creator genres, where once they were this innovative, creative, idea exploring genre, whether it be highlights or commentary videos or trick shots for that matter, they're now just a shell of what they once were. And frankly, if they're not the most, they're one of the most hypocritical gaming content creator genres on any platform, whether it be YouTube, Twitch, what have you. Like, for starters, lately, there's been a ton of COD creators complaining about the views. And from my point of view, it's like, I wonder fucking why you're getting low views. Every COD content creator has become an absolute carbon copy of the next one. Like, look at it. Every single thumbnail is the exact same. No matter who you are, from like big or small, they are the exact same kind of. You could be looking at a channel and if it didn't show their face in every single thumbnail, you would not know which creator's channel you were looking at. The editing is the exact same. The beats of the video have nothing to separate them from each other if there wasn't just a camera of that person on the screen. Which is why it's like, you bring up somebody like KWR Speedy who never showed his face. It's like you knew his videos by watching it. If you took the face cam from any of these COD content creators, they are the exact same video as the next. Shit, even their reactions are the exact same as the next one. It's like, have your mouth open and be blown away by something when anything happens. Just like, oh, it's just like, they have become an absolute joke when it comes to gaming content creation. There's no uniqueness between the creators, if I have to spell it out. Like, every single one of them is the same to me. And it doesn't help that now all their content is literally just complaining about the game. It's like the game that you guys all play every day, all day long, for weeks on end, and upload content of it all the time. It's like, that's the game that all you do is complain about. At this point, every Call of Duty content creator has the exact same beats in their video, no matter who you watch. Go for high kills, complain when you die, and frankly, those two have become the content itself. Say the game is horrible, and then play it all the time, every day, all day long. That's it. They're all the same. And then they have the gall to upset that nobody wants to watch it. It's like, dude, we just watched your 3 other friends do the exact same thing. Why would we come to you? What are you talking about? It's like, you're not bringing anything new. It'd be one thing if you were like bringing up a specific problem with the game, but you're not. You're just saying the same thing that the other guys, the other fucking 15 guys we watched that you talk to in every video said. And it's like, I'm not saying that Warzone doesn't have problems. Trust me. I uninstalled Warzone for so long. But it's like the problems that you guys cite and complain about on a never-ending scale is like the last thing I would ever think of in terms of current-day Warzone. Like, there are real problems with Warzone. The bugs, the crashes, the frame drops, the quiet footsteps, the fact you literally can't hear footsteps unless you turn the audio so loud that every time you take a gunshot, you get actual tinnitus. It's like there's real problems with the game, but you guys all just keep complaining about the same things as like the next 12 guys just said. Like the fact that guns have 0 recoil, the time to kill, which, to be fair, creators have been complaining about the time to kill, but then they go and use the exact same guns that kill at a very fast rate, thus completing their hypocritical arc per video. It's like, dude, you uploaded this. We can see you doing this. Which, the point I'm making there is just like, I don't think these creators actually care about the problems they bring up. If they did, then they wouldn't participate in it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, if you have a problem with this, number 1, don't play the game. Number 2, don't make content of the game. And then number 3, don't do the exact same thing that you keep complaining about. And then what would be the argument? It'd be like,
Well, if I don't do that, then they're gonna kill me.
it's like, then why are we watching you? Why do we want to watch somebody essentially using like a cheat weapon in your eyes? It's like, that's boring. Watch this gun that has no recoil kill somebody in a millisecond, just melts a person. It's like,
Yeah, Nate. That was fun for all of 2 seconds to watch.
and then you go and you're like,
Oh, what? No, wait, why am I there?
it's like, what? Like, how do you not see this? Like, I'm baffled that you guys are saying this to thousands of people. And then on top of that, it's like, to complain about time to kill and say that that's the problem with Warzone 2, you might be out of the loop. Warzone 1 had some of the most broken guns I've ever seen in a video game. Whether you go like snake shot revolvers, the implementation of Vanguard weapons where every single one of them had no recoil and melted people, to now the akimbo pistols that every streamer that complains about the game is using. It's like you guys are just hypocrites. And now even the content has become Warzone is dead, which it's like, no, it's not. You can still load into 150 person lobbies, which is a massive lobby every single time. As I was writing the notes for this video, Warzone was still dominating Twitch on a Sunday at 4:15 p.m. with over 50K viewers. To say that it's dead is asinine, is just a lie. Oh, Jesus. In closing, go fuck yourself. In closing, Call of Duty content creation used to be like the bar for content creation. It was creative, it was diverse, it had a variety of different types of styles and things to do in the genre. And now it's filled with some of the most hypocritical, uncreative, boring content on any platform today. The game doesn't seem to be going anywhere, especially now that there's new life in the series. So content creation of it is probably gonna be around for a little bit. So if you like Call of Duty, play Call of Duty. If you don't, then fucking don't. That's really all I gotta say on the matter. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and a comment down below. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Bye.